Welcome everyone to the art battle in Tacoma. Yes, hello, we are here. We are fabulous. Let me see a show of hands. How many of you have never been to an art battle before? Amazing, welcome, that's so fun. Welcome new friends, that's amazing. So the rest of you are like seasoned art battle peeps. You know what happens, you know how amazing it is. Awesome. If you don't know, Art Battle is the largest painting tournament in the world. In the world, people. We are here to celebrate visual arts. We are here to foster a community of arts and culture and fun and amazement. And we are here to vote on our favorite artists so that they may move on to the final round, and then eventually to the regional finals, and then eventually to the national finals, and finally the international finals. So this is an international shindig, and it's amazing. Tonight, there will be 12 amazing artists taking the stage, and you will get to vote on your favorite. You will also get to bid on their paintings, which you should do. And if you haven't yet, go register at the front desk. If you have not registered with your phone number, you need to do that because you will receive a text message. You will receive a text message with a link, which is where you will be able to vote and bid for these paintings. So if you haven't already, go ahead and register. What we're going to witness tonight is 6 artists in round 1, as you can see here, prepped and ready to go. Then there will be 6 artists in round 2. Then you will vote on the winners of each of those rounds. They will move on to the 3rd and final round, in which you will vote for the winner, and that person will be crowned the winner of this Art Battle Tacoma. They will win $100, and they will win a spot in the Northwest Regional Championships. It's quite the honor, all right? Before we get into all of that, I would just like to formally introduce Tiana. Oh my goodness, I apologize for this microphone. Apparently I cannot pop my P's or T's. So Tiana here is the opening painter. She is a tattoo artist and has a private studio in downtown Tacoma. So if you're looking for a new tattoo, you know who to talk to. She is a seasoned veteran of Art Battle. She has been in 4, maybe more, different art battles, and she is amazing. So Tiana will be painting all night. You will see her painting develop over time, and then you can bid on her painting as well. So definitely register so that you have access to the silent auction. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to call out our round 1 artists? Well, how do we feel? How do we feel? Who's out? Who's with me here tonight? Who's here? Who's here? Hello, yes, welcome, thank you. All right, I'm gonna need your help. Some of these artists have never done this before. This is competitive painting, folks, and this is scary as heck. I guess I'll introduce myself because, hey, I'm up here. My name is Janae. I am also a seasoned art battle veteran. I have been in more art battles than I can count. I also just recently won the art battle in Portland last weekend. Thank you, yes, it was amazing. It was so much fun. So, without further ado, help me bring these artists out onto this stage. Remember, they're fragile, not really. They're amazing, but they may be nervous. So let's get a big round of applause as we bring our round 1 artists to the stage. Come on out, artists, come on out. Woohoo! All right, are we ready? Let's do it. Easel number 1. We've got Ryan. His artist name is Raw. His Instagram is I'm That Raw. He is a visual artist with a graphic design background, utilizing elements of pop art and expressionism to create painted pieces on canvas, from traditional to non-traditional. He will be having an art show on May 19th at Intentions Juice Bar, located on South Tacoma Way, with original pieces for sale. So check it out, original pieces for sale at Intentions Juice Bar on May 19th. Give it up for Ryan at easel number 1. Easel number 2, we have M. Orade. Their Instagram is orade.art. That's O-R-A-D-E-I, orade.art. M is an avid adventurer, loves taking photos of places they've been and then painting from their explorations. M enjoys the Pacific Northwest because there are endless opportunities for beautiful views. I personally agree. Forests, lakes, mountains, you get it all, you get it all. This is M's 3rd art battle, so I would say pretty seasoned. Probably a professional by now. So give it up for M at easel number 2. At easel number 3, we have K the Paint Lady. Her Instagram is K_the Paint Lady. She loves all things art. She has been doing paint classes for over 7 years and just opened up a Tacoma art studio. It is actually across the street here, just on the other side of this parking garage. She holds classes there every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So check it out. Her Instagram, again, is K_the Paint Lady. And her art is fabulous. Her classes look like so much fun. Definitely check it out. Give it up for K the Paint Lady, easel number 3. Easel number 4, we have Jeff Manderville. This is also his 3rd art battle, so somewhat of a professional, you may say. He is back. His art ranges from non-objective forms and lines to surreal land and seascapes, and even some expressionist pieces. While he is primarily a painter, he also enjoys sculpting, mixing media, building guitars, and painting them. So if you are a musician or you know anybody that wants a super rad guitar, you know who to talk to. Give it up for Jeff at easel number 4. Easel number 5, we have Angeline Garcia. This is her first time painting with us. Let's give her a round of applause for that kind of courage. Her Instagram is angelbaby.inks. She's a self-taught first-generation Latin artist with the aspiration of becoming a tattoo artist and muralist. Wow. She's inspired by the Chicano and goth culture and aims to explore and integrate various influences in her work. She has a art night happening at 5 Spot in Seattle, May 24th, and May 27th, Planet of the Arts in Tacoma, where there will be vegan food and artists' booths. So amazing art opportunities. Go check them out. Give it up for Angeline at easel number 5. And last but definitely not least, we have Punky Blue at easel number 6. Her Instagram is Punky Blue Portraits. She describes her colorful painting style as low-brow portraits of people and animals. Sarah enjoys competitive painting because she loves her peer artists and they inspire her to push and create at a higher level. She is seasoned, 3rd time at Art Battle, so give it up for Punky Blue at easel number 6. All right, folks, so this is how it's gonna go. In a few minutes here, we are going to count down from 10. We're gonna start them off. And what I want you to do as the audience, as the participators, you have to form a slow tornado around these artists. 20 minutes is not a long time. These artists will be slashing paint. Those paintings will develop very quickly. So you get a little groove. You groove to the music and you walk around. You don't stop, maybe for a minute. Like we like to say, step, step, click, step, step, click. I know you want to take pictures. Oh my goodness. I know you want to take pictures. I know you want to soak in the beauty. You can walk slowly, but absolutely do not stop. I will keep reminding you, slow on that tornado. Keep going, keep going. So let's have you all come a little closer. The artists don't bite. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. I'm going to open up my timer here. And we're going to get into some fun. All right. So, are we ready? Round 1, artists, are we ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. Thumbs up, here we go. All right, we're gonna count down from 10 for those artists to start. Are we ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's paint!
All right, we now have 20 minutes on the clock for our first round of Art Battle in Tacoma. My name is Morgan Booth, and we are joined by very special guest, Art Battle co-founder Chris Pemberton tonight. Hey, Chris.
Hey Morgan, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh man, it's a pretty stacked deck tonight. We've got lots of really experienced art battle artists, and we also have a couple of newbies thrown into the mix who I think are really going to kill it tonight.
Oh, it's so exciting to see, and I know that you've really done your homework and looked into all these artists. So I'm looking forward to seeing these veterans and these new painters attacking the canvas. And right here, we're getting going with, I think this is M, and they are getting a lot of coverage on there really quick with their hands.
Super physical right off the bat, and this is no surprise to me at all. M is a seasoned art battle veteran, and I have seen a few of their incredible works, and I can't wait to see how it continues to unfold. Here we are with Kay the Paint Lady.
Hey, the Paint Lady. Here she goes with a sort of a cross between a plant and a human figure. She's getting going very quick. You can kind of see what she's working on.
Yeah, this super vibrant, almost like neon green color. That's a color that I personally find very challenging to work with. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how she tames that.
That is definitely a very difficult color to work with, but it looks like she knows what she's doing. And as we come around the easel, we will see where she's at with that. And now we have Jeff Manderville. Jeff has been in a number of art battles as well, and is a pretty experienced. And this, though, is the first time I'm getting to see him work.
I'm excited for Jeff because Jeff's work is very musical. There's a musicality within the work that is blending representational elements with a lot of abstract elements as well. Well, it's hard to describe, but I'm sure that we will see it unfold. Here we are with Angeline, and this is actually Angeline's first ever art battle.
Angeline, first timer here, and I think she's managed to catch someone bending over.
I think that you are correct, and is choosing an unconventional color palette as well of this silvery blue color. It's toned out a little bit.
Yeah, gonna very interesting to see what to do. Of course, artists do for the most part plan their paintings, and the ones who are very successful definitely do practice their paintings. But it's interesting to see first-time painters coming in here and how they choose to introduce themselves to the sport of art battle.
Yeah, their initial like declaration of how they show up to the easel.
Yeah,
here
absolutely,
we are.
yeah.
Punky Blue, whose artist name I am a huge fan of. I'm a little jealous. I kind of want this artist name.
Yeah, Punky Blue is a good one. You should have had that, Morgan, but that's taken by this artist right here. And she's got sort of a screaming tiger teddy bear. Or I can't tell. Is there two sets of eyes? Or those ears look like they could be bloodshot eyes too.
I think you're right. I am looking forward to how this is gonna unfold. It's so Punky describes their work as being very lowbrow and obviously punky. So I think that we're headed in this like strange punk carnival bear kind of space. That's what I'm looking for. Here we are with Raw, who's also a first-time appearance at Art Battle.
Oh, that's exciting too. And are you familiar with Raw's studio works? Is this along the lines of is he an abstract painter? What's going on here?
So Raw creates work that is blending raw elements with pop art. So, kind of a blend of like pop art meets expressionism. So, I think that we might start to get into maybe a little bit of kind of cartoony territory that's mixed with some painterly marks.
Oh, very cool. Well, that will be very interesting to see.
Wow,
Oh,
this is, whoa, like, this is a 5 minute painting.
oh, that's quite nice. So hard to get those subtleties and gradients with the fingers like that.
Emma's just done such an incredible job at creating this really subtle luminosity, and already in 5 minutes has established quite the nightscape here.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it a seascape? Definitely something happening at night, but it's
All
very
right, artists,
clear
you
and
have been
bright, even though
painting
it's sort
for
of a night scene.
6 minutes. That means you have whatever it means for 20
Oh,
to be
check out
minus
this
6. You have
gorgeous
been painting for
purple
6 minutes.
being
I think that means
introduced
you
as
have
well. I
14 minutes
love when we
left.
catch the
We've got some
moment of a
beautiful,
new
colorful
color being introduced to
abstracted
the
right here on
easel
the front at
or
easel
to the
number 1.
canvas.
Hmm.
It kind of looks like it
Yeah.
has a message for us, but I think we'll see. Oh, yeah, almost definitely. Excellent. M's
Okay,
got some
back
beautiful
with
blue on the
Kay.
green over there. Can't see. Oh, can't wait to see what that comes out to. Kay the
Kay
paint
the
lady is
Paint Lady,
blooming where
and
she is planted.
this
Absolutely.
definitely a
Jeff has got some amazing
very
plants back there.
interesting type of plant
Angeline,
working on
what's
here. I had
the
thought
what's
the
the
center part
ooh,
was
that sounds
was
inappropriate, but hey,
sort
good
of a
luck to you.
human figure
And lastly, Punky
before, but I
Blue
see
has
that's
this
not the case.
adorable, kind of angry looking
Actually, you
plant.
know what?
If you
I
haven't
feel
seen it, I
like
mean,
your
come on,
first
this is fast enough.
instinct
So
and your
some
current
beautiful
instincts are
abstraction here
correct.
with
I
our
feel like there's some sort of feminine body
people in the
kind of
front here.
contained
So
within the buds.
you have
Hmm.
some more minutes left. Keep
I'm
going.
loving this piece. This is one of those ones that's just going to continue to like reveal itself over the course of our time, I think.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting. I love subject matter like that.
So I was just chatting about the kind of musicality of Jeff's pieces. And a fun fact that our MC Janae shared with us was that Jeff actually is a guitar maker as well. So music is kind of throughout his different creative pursuits.
Renaissance man.
Gotta love that. I
Hmm.
often find that we encounter artists who are multi-talented.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love to see that artist with many different interests, and you know that they've spent different years of their lives totally obsessed in one thing or another thing, and over time, the different skill sets build up, and you get such an interesting story of a person.
Absolutely. And the way that he's showing up at the easel right now also, and just giving us his personality, I appreciate that so much with these really cleanly applied abstracted marks.
Yeah. Well, this one is it's hard to tell what it is exactly. A very interesting and unique approach to this. What looked like a modeling shot of a nude model has sort of changed now.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued with how this piece is playing out because there's knowing that Angeline comes from having an inspiration in goth culture. This makes me want to read the red dots as like blood or something like that, but it's also giving kind of a floral quality with the dappled way that she's applying it.
Yeah, there's a certain like decorative feeling to it, and hard to say what's she's adding there, but definitely something existing only in her mind that she's translating. onto the canvas for everyone to enjoy.
And back over with Punky here. And I'm digging this piece. This piece is so playful.
Mm-hmm. Love those eyes.
I'm really enjoying the whiskers that she just applied, that purple, because we have these really saturated colors like the orange and the red and the contrast of the black, and then just a little more subtle moment of those purple whiskers. I really liked that.
Yeah, and the what they do for the dimensionality of the face is really cool too.
Yeah, for sure. It really helps to kind of bring it forward in the composition.
We're just past the halfway point now. These artists have just over 9 minutes left, and it'll be interesting to see how they develop. We're pretty much on track with all of the painters. It looks like they're going to have time to complete their compositions here in the 20 minutes. It can be tricky to manage the time, especially for new painters, or maybe we've had some painters paint, sort of in a new venue, a new space, and it sort of screws with their timing a little bit. But all these painters are looking real good.
For sure. I don't think I had considered that changing venues can have an effect on artists who've been experienced in their art battle city before. But yeah, artists, we are sensitive creatures. We are influenced by all sorts of factors, especially those related to our environments.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a thing. And, some artists respond better to certain arrangements than others, but it's always cool to see. Now we've got about just under 8 minutes left, and this piece looks like it's pretty much finished now.
I think so too. This is Raw, and again, his first time at Art Battle. I'm really careful, I think, in his time management in finishing most of the major components of that piece right off the bat. And speaking about careful time management, just every time we're coming to visit this piece, I'm more and more excited.
This piece is really fantastic. I'm going to go put a bid on this piece right now.
I think that's a good opportunity for us to plug the auction. At the same link that's on your screen, the link that you're going to be using to vote, you can also bid on any of these works created tonight. You don't need to be in the room to collect them. Chris, I think, is hoping that you won't outbid him on this gorgeous piece by M. Oraday. But, get in there. Give him some run for his money.
Absolutely. Try and beat me. This painting,
I dare you.
No, for sure. I want to see lots of bids in here on these works tonight. And this one right here is a real standout, and it's so fascinating to see such a composition done with almost entirely finger painting. Really cool.
I couldn't agree more. And the way that this piece by Kay is evolving is, well, it's literally evolving. Like, it's taking on different kind of organic forms of being this plant meets paint, or plant meets person.
Oh yeah, some really nice outlining details since we were around here last time. Really makes it pop, and such great use of that green. As you say, that is actually a very difficult color to use. Somebody might ask, how does one color become more difficult than another color to use? And it's just how it plays with other colors. Does it want to be in the foreground? Does it want to shrink to the background? There's many things to consider, and these artists have spent their time doing the work necessary to understand these sort of things in their studios.
And getting into some very clean line work from Jeff here as well. He's been so careful with the way that he's been applying this black, and I'm really enjoying these smaller lines that are coming off of the major design in the center.
For sure, there's I think Jeff would probably be the first to say there's a little bit of a Keith Haring thing going on here.
Yes, that totally jumped out to me as well. It's like a more abstracted Keith Haring.
Yeah, absolutely. A very nice piece. So I got my bid in there on M's piece. Just a starting bid, and we'll see where it goes from there.
That would definitely be a great piece to collect. I know that you could just continue to stare at it and stare at it and stare at it.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, how it's that finished off too once we get back there. Oh, this is nice. This is really good.
Ooh, this moment is so satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Really satisfying, for sure. And here we are back with our first-time painter, and we are seeing the details. Not much changed since we were around the easel before, but I should say she's just finishing this off.
I'm thinking that my best guess about the theme in this piece is maybe that we have a suspended figure here.
So much emotion, so much passion. Artists, keep going.
With that red maybe being ropes. Oh, and then we have red candles. Maybe it's wax.
Oh, yeah.
Well, definitely very special painting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, let's get round number 2. Artists, you should start prepping your
the candles, yes.
Round 2, artists, start
back over to
palettes.
Punky, and I'm enjoying the way that Punky has laid out the tiger face, in that it feels very much like almost like a tribal mask. It's very design oriented in its flatness.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely it is.
Like, it's definitely not trying to achieve realist quality. It's really leaning into some of these more graphic elements.
Yeah, and I like what was done with the paw on the left. That looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. And the way that the tongue is like a staircase, that's super cool.
Yeah, that reminds me of Narvicto in Boston.
Yeah, I could totally see. I think that they would be a good battle pair if we paired them as a team.
Oh, yeah.
Narvicto and Punky, if you guys are watching this later, team up, guys. I want to see it.
Absolutely. We haven't seen a team event in quite a while. Maybe we'll get one going here in one of these cities.
I would love that. So Raw is just having the time of his life. We can definitely see that he is totally vibing.
Yeah, and he actually hasn't touched this piece in about 6 or 7 minutes now. Hard to drop the brushes before time's up, but it is the smart move to have a complete painting and not an over-painted painting. Oh, he can't resist. He's going back in for a bit.
Wow. All of these factors from M just completely coming together, and it almost looks like the clouds in the sky, like right above the rock formation. It looks like little whales to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just completely killing it. And I'm sure the audience is really engaged with this piece as well. They love to see artists covered in paint.
We're going to count down for these artists so that
and there's a lot of that to see at Art Battle.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, artists. Let's give a round of applause to these amazing artists. So amazing. Oh my gosh, 20 minutes is not a very long time, and look at the amazingness that they've been able to produce. Artists, go ahead and sign your paintings. Do not do any more. Do not do any less. Sign your paintings. Put those used brushes into the big bucket. And congratulations on completing round 1. Round 2, artists should be getting their palettes ready to go. And we'll start round 2 momentarily. Remember, go to your voting link. Vote on your favorite. Only 2 will move on from this round to the final round. Don't forget that these paintings are open for silent auction. So check out that bidding link. Take home a painting tonight. And we'll see you for round 2.
Wow, what a fantastic first round for Art Battle Tacoma tonight. So many different styles up at the easels, and just such a pleasure to see all of the different ways that the artists have approached this challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have these 6 artists now vying for your votes. So head over to artbattle.com/AB2503, the link that is on your screen. The top 2 artists, as voted by the audience from this round, will move forward and face the top 2 artists from our next round in a final showdown. So make sure that you get your votes in. We often are hearing that the competition is super, super close. So every single vote counts. And once again, all of the pieces created tonight are available for silent auction at that same link on your screen. So make sure that you battle Chris for any of these paintings, for M's painting in particular.
Come and get it for sure. That is an absolute beauty. Such an interesting first round. Such a 6 very cool paintings. They certainly know how to get good artists out in Tacoma.
I think a clear favorite of mine would have to be M, but I also really liked Punky Blue.
Yeah, Punky Blue's cool. I like Kay the Paint Lady. I think that that plant piece is very interesting, very cool, different. I'm digging it.
Yeah, a very innovative and unique idea. And I always just love seeing the way that artists' inspirations translate in the 20-minute stage. And we will get to see it all over again with another 6 new artists stepping up to the easels in just a few minutes for our second qualifying round. So stay tuned. Chris and I will be back to do commentary for round number 2 in just a few minutes. And we're going to see these guys step up to the easels and take on more blank canvas. Okay, we officially have 20 minutes on the clock for our second round of Art Battle in Tacoma tonight. My name is Morgan Booth, and I am joined on the stream by Art Battle co-founder Chris Pemberton. Chris, I am looking forward to our second round tonight. Our MC, Janae, was just telling us some really fun facts about the artists as well, so that's always something to enjoy and chat about.
Yeah, we learned so much about the artists, though, from seeing them paint in these 20 minutes. I mean, there is nothing to hide. There's people on all sides of you. It takes a lot of courage, but it's really rewarding to do so.
Absolutely. There's something that's like very revealing about creating your work in front of an audience, especially as artists are usually working alone in their studio.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain trust in your abilities to take your process out in front of so many eyes. But you learn so much about yourself, and it's so much fun. I mean, we have almost all of our painters want to paint again and come back. So we know that it's a really great and rewarding experience. What is going on here?
So here we are with Delona, and Delona, is a watercolor artist, and it looks like she has actually stapled watercolor paper to her canvas. So she's really taking on this challenge and making it her own.
Wow, I mean, that is some serious planning going on there from Delona. I am so excited to see if she's planned that much. Imagine what the rest of her plan must be. We're going to see a beautiful painting from Delona.
For sure. And here we are with Malia, a first timer at the Art Battle easel. We've only got a couple of first timers at the easels tonight, and one of them is Malia. And I love this purple.
Oh yeah, it's very good. I didn't see how she got that streaking effect with the reddish purple top color. You know, I know the name of that color, but it slips my mind right now.
Perhaps a mauve. Maybe mauve. Jasmine, starting us off with one of our first figures of the night. And really quickly, Jasmine has established all of these proportions of the face and is right away going into the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. And got a lot of time left on the clock to make this one perfect. And I love the confidence. This is definitely something that she has prepared special for tonight.
And Jay Grove giving us a profile portrait and looking like he's captured those proportions really well. I know that we just talked about proportions with Jasmine, but I had to point it out with Jay because establishing the proportions in a profile portrait like this is so important.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The profile portrait is very challenging, and so be interesting to see how this one turns out.
Here we are with Nachikет, and I think that we are going figurative with him as well. And we have this female figure emerging so far. It looks like she's throwing her head and her arms back, and to me, this is looking very celebratory.
Yeah, it's exultant in a way. It could be a athlete, could be a dancer. We've seen dancers done before. We've seen athletes done before. So it'll be interesting to see which way this one is going.
And we got a little tiny sneak peek of the reference that he was using, and it looks like it's a black and white sketch that he's using. So I always really enjoy seeing how artists translate their sketch work into these full color paintings.
Yeah, I really like to see when an artist is using a reference. I'm sort of I have a sort of a preference for no references, but when they are using one, when it's their own sketch, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it adds in just this added layer and kind of continues to underline the preparedness and makes us kind of take them even more seriously as an art athlete.
Yeah, absolutely. And it becomes a little more evident exactly how much work and time has gone into their artistic careers to be able to come and perform a painting in 20 minutes.
Whoa! Delona, cool. This is very impressive.
This is I mean, I've seen a lot of art battle paintings, to say the least, but I've never seen one like this before.
It's very galactic at this point in the way that all of these rainbow gradients are merging together.
Yeah.
And now we have this slash of black throughout the middle that's just kind of starting to bleed out into them as well. It's interesting seeing the paint interact this way because we mostly don't get to see watercolor up at the easels.
Yeah, we don't see this as often and aren't really familiar with exactly how it is
Easel number
they
4,
go about
we've
their
got
work,
some
but
really
we're
vibrant
getting a
blues and
little
golds and
slice of that
oranges and
tonight.
rose colors. Easel number 5, is it a South
Back
African
over
or
with
a Jamaican?
Malia,
It's
and we're
fantastic so
starting to
far.
see
And easel number
some
6
black
matches
line
all of
work
that
going over top
information,
of
and I
the
think we'll
mauve to
get a lot in
purple
there.
gradient that she's got going on. Uh, I'm not recognizing it yet. Are
We have
you?
one less minute than we started with when I started talking. So
No,
artists,
not
keep
at all.
going.
She's taking us on a little trip here. This is her first time, so um, she's working through the paint a little bit right now, and you're going to see how this one turns out. This almost looks comic book style, though.
With the heavy black line work.
Yeah, it looked like that was the hip of a person sitting down, and it looks sort of like comic book style.
Oh, the hip of someone sitting down. I could potentially recognize that next time we go around. Okay, Jasmine. I really am loving the way that Jasmine is putting the hair onto the portrait right now. It's very gestural and loose, and I think that that's giving a lot of energy here.
Wouldn't it be cool to be watching art battle and someone was painting your portrait?
Oh my gosh, that would be the coolest experience ever, especially if you're watching it from home.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
shout out to Jasmine's muse. I hope that you're watching your portrait being painted right now.
Hope that you are. I think that there's probably a good chance.
So cool.
Hmm.
Back over with Jay, and our figure has taken on red hair now. And we have a hand emerging from the side of the composition, looking like it's kind of helping to create the gesture of an upturned chin.
It's a hand made out of water, I think.
Very cool. Jay has a really interesting style that leans surreal. And usually, when we're looking at surreal work, we're thinking of work that tends to kind of trend a little bit darker. But Jay's work is surreal, but it always feels very hopeful.
Yeah, this piece definitely does feel that way.
And also, I think on a theme of unique energy and hopefulness is Natchiket and our figure here.
Yeah, I like the really fine little line work on the top of the face there. It's just right, actually.
I want to see what he was using for that, because that must be a super teeny brush.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see that.
And then he's using this super large brush to get in really close to the outlines of the figure and give us this background color, introducing some browns and oranges in as well to kind of warm it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the color he's putting in there right now, to be honest with
You were a big vibrancy fan?
you. Yeah, I did. I liked it the other way.
And I would love to see a little hit of color within the hair, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, saving the hair has been saved for last
Artists,
here.
you
We're
have
gonna
been
see.
painting for a little over 10
We're
minutes
gonna
and
see
we're
the
a
hair
little under
one there. I
10
hope we see
minutes
that
left.
moment.
Audience members,
So I
we're getting
want
up
to
on
chat a
fast
little
right
bit
now. If
about
you
Becca,
can match
because
the
we
little
have not
photo, I'm so proud
talked
of you.
about her piece
If you
very
can get
much
that
so
photo,
far.
give me some hands.
So
So,
Becca
kudos to all of you.
describes
And
her
real
work
quick,
as
can we just give
capturing
a
real
huge
life
round
with
of
an
applause
impressionist
to our
twist.
extroverted DJ. She is
And
doing
I
such a
think
great job
that she's
tonight.
definitely
Let's give a round of
accomplishing
applause to
that
our
with
amazing
these lily
DJ.
pads here. And
Applause
again,
for
we're
you.
getting
Hmm.
All
this
right, artists.
opportunity
You
to
have
see
11
her
minutes yet,
initial
so you
sketch that
have
she's using
time.
as a
Might as well
reference
keep
and
it
how it's
going.
directly translating into a 20-minute painting.
Yeah, absolutely. And this thing is just sharpening up, and she's got a lot of time left. But what she's really done well is just the composition of the darks and the light colors are just in exactly the right place.
I couldn't agree more. And we've also got these teensy, friendly little frogs that are starting to emerge as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cute.
It's super cute. Becca has done one of my favorite recent art battle paintings. I'll send it out to the internets later, but it was a bunch of rubber duckies floating in a sea of blue wearing sunglasses. So we can definitely expect to see some cuteness and whimsy from her.
Mm-hmm.
Back with Delana here.
Yeah. I can't believe she stapled watercolor paper to her canvas. That's pretty wild.
It's super cool. And I don't think that we've actually ever seen that at Art Battle before. And I really like it. I like getting the opportunity to experience this new mode of painting for the Art Battle stage, being that we don't see watercolor. And I think that the use of the paper, she's got so much control over the gradients here.
Yeah, I think she does. And you know what? I'm going to bid on this piece right now.
You know your work is good when the Art Battle co-founder can't help himself but try to add your piece to his collection. Oh, Chris, you were right. It definitely is hips. And it looks like we've got hips and some underwear. And with so few lines, Malia has done a really good job at communicating the curves here.
All right. Hold on, let me get back there. I just finished bidding on that painting.
He's not just saying it, folks. He is actively bidding. And we are chatting between rounds about how badly he wants these paintings.
That's right. They'll ship them to you, so I mean it's perfect.
I'm only laughing because I have insider knowledge of how many paintings Chris has.
There's a few 100.
Wow, I'm really liking the surprise introduction of these florals into the hair of our portrait by Jasmine.
Yeah. Interesting. I'd like to see some black line work maybe on those flowers just to pop them out there. Or maybe another color.
Yeah, like a blue, like a dark ultramarine blue maybe, I think would set them off. But I agree with you with the line work. I think that it would help harmonize it with some of the thicker lines that we have going on within the braids of the hair and also the shadow underneath the chin.
Yeah.
So we now have officially 5 minutes remaining on the clock for round number 2 of Art Battle in Tacoma, and voting is officially open. So head over to artbattle.com/AB2503 and cast your vote for your favorite artists.
Yeah, tough choices. And you can still vote in round 1. So when you register to vote, you'll see all of the paintings, and you can click on your favorite from the first round and vote for that too.
Very, very exciting. And the winning artist from tonight's event, the winner of the whole thing, will be moving on to the Tacoma Regional Final taking place next spring. So it's always high stakes at Art Battle because the winning artist doesn't just win the singular event, they actually move forward into a grander tournament.
And let me tell you that the regional finals that have been held the last couple of years, that they've been in Seattle, and they have been just the top talent from the state. Absolutely breathtaking, the paintings that are created there in the finals. So an amazing amount of talent in the area. So it means a lot to move forward in the tournament here.
Such a beautiful spiritual quality coming from this piece. I can feel the wind blowing through my hair when I look at this piece. And that's kind of, to me, that's one of the markers of a great painting is something that makes you feel immersed or makes you picture yourself or feel yourself in the piece.
Easel number 1, we have detail
definitely, that's how it connects, and what happens in our battle is that the hair is perfect on this one. Uh,
It's beautiful. I thought that he was going to go for uh, a larger kind of cloud-like hair,
yes,
but
I did
the
too.
subtlety of the hair just falling back gives it that quality of you kind of feeling like you can envision yourself in the piece.
Yeah, this is another really good round here. Great art here tonight in Tacoma.
Yeah, good job, Tacoma. Just killing it for quality for live painting. And I'm so in love with these sweet little frog guys.
Yeah. Oh, here we have some more advanced action going on Delona's canvas.
I think that we've got some reeds starting to happen in the foreground. Oh, cool. She's also using her brushes to percussively spray paint.
Yeah,
Very
really
cool.
good. The amount of planning that has gone into this painting. This is a rehearsed performance. It's fantastic.
I agree. I'm so absorbed in Delano's performance. I it just it there's something that's so engaging about uh it's not against the rules what she's doing, but it feels against the rules, and so you feel even more fascinated and engaged with it.
Oh yeah, it's gray area to be sure, but uh, it's really exciting for sure. Whichever side of the line it's on, it's there's tension in it. It's really vibrant.
Oh, I like the addition of the polka dots from the background engaging with the clothing of the figure. I think that that is, pun intended, quite cheeky.
Yeah, yeah, very cool piece.
And we now have Jasmine going into the background. And even though we didn't get those lines around the flowers, the addition and expansion of the braids around them, I think, outlines them enough.
Yeah, I think you're right. It does work now.
I like this piece.
I like it too. I really do, and I can feel I can just feel the artist in this piece, and that's what we're talking about.
I agree.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, artist. Congratulations. Amazing job. Just look at those paintings. I mean, seriously, how many of you are out there thinking, wow, 20 minutes does not seem like a very long time. I don't know what I could do in 20 minutes. Half of you are probably thinking, I couldn't even make a stick figure. We hear it all the time. All right, artists, go ahead and sign your beautiful masterpieces. Everybody else, go to your voting link. Vote for your favorites. In just a short amount of time, we will announce the winners of round 1 and round 2, and they will move on to the third and final round and battle it out on a larger canvas for the prize. So get your votes in quick as a bunny so that we can announce the winners to move on to the final round. Don't forget, these paintings are open for bidding as well. So after you vote, go into the bids and bid on your favorite, and you can take it home tonight. We'll see you at the start of round 3.
Let's do it.
Wow, what
All
a round.
It's the painting is over, and now is the hard part. You got to vote, and there are so many vote-worthy paintings in this round. Way to go, guys!
I am so completely enamored of that little frog painting by Becca Winfred. I think I might have to get in on the auction action tonight as well.
Yeah, I gotta check my text messages to see if I've been outbid on this painting because that one is very cool. That belongs in the Art Battle Museum.
And if you guys are watching on the stream, now is your opportunity to vote at artbattle.com/AB2503. Chris, do you want to explain our tournament structure for tonight?
Absolutely. So we've just seen the second round. There's 2 rounds of preliminary painting with 6 artists in each round. And the top 2 from each round go through into the third and final round, which is coming up now. So we're going to find out who won this last round. We're going to find out who won the first round. And we're going to see 4 painters paint again in the third round. And it's going to be coming up in about 8 or 9 minutes, I'd say.
Very, very exciting stuff. And I cannot wait to see who moves forward into our final, our top 4 artists. I know there's a few that I would love to see paint again. I think that Delona made a huge impact this round, especially with that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge impact. And I think you were saying that she's part of the Art Battle family there in the, she's been working as a volunteer at the events up till now.
Yes, and has watched and attended and helped at many an art battle and is joining us at the easel for the very first time. So super shout out to Delona and of course to all 12 of our artists who have painted thus far in our first 2 qualifying rounds. We look forward to seeing who's going to smash it into the final, and we look forward to seeing your guys' votes on the stream. And I've been loving having you guys chat with us on the YouTube chat, so keep it coming. And Chris and I will be back in just a few minutes to chat with you guys about our final artists, and we will move into the final round shortly.
I'm about to announce the winners of the people that have moved on from the first and second rounds. I'm gonna pause for a minute and let people wander in from outside. Let people wander back. At this time, if you are an artist, come back here so that you may hear if you have moved on to the final round. In the meantime, I will start to talk about how these artists in the final round, they are going to paint on a larger canvas. You may have noticed this painting is going to be larger, but it is still going to be done within that same 20 minutes. So we'll see what we have. At this time, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors. We have Pino's Palette as our sponsor. That is a paint and sip studio in Puyallup. If you've never been paint and sipping, it's a real fun time. It's excellent for those who don't think that they have any artistic talent whatsoever. It's fun, it's painting, it's drinking, it's having a good time, and they walk you through step by step. So thank you, Pino's Palette, for donating canvases and for sponsoring this event. We also have a sponsor, Dome District Gallery. We appreciate our sponsors very much. Without them, we would go nowhere. So thank you to them. Are we ready to find out the artists that have moved on to the final round? Are we all here? Are we all ready? All right. So like I said, we have chosen winners. You, as the audience, have chosen the winners from the first round and the second round to now move on to the final round. We have 2 artists from each. Here we go. From round number 1, these artists were so fabulous. We have Ryan and M. Where you at? There's Ryan. Where's M? Where are you at, my dear? Oh my God, are they even out here? M, there you are. Congratulations, you're in round 3. Go grab your paints, go grab your paints. And from round 2, 2 very fabulous artists. we have Delana. And last but not least, we have Nachicade. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Nachicade, where are you? There you are. Go grab your paint. Congratulations. All right, those artists are going to be grabbing their paint. In the meantime, don't forget to get your bids in for these paintings. The bidding will close very soon after this final round. So if you see a painting within this final round that you want, you better get that bidding on quick, because that will close and you will lose your chance forever for a one-of-a-kind 20-minute painting. All right. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a seat. We're going to get started shortly.
All right, we have just announced our winners who are moving forward into the third and final round. You will get to see these artists paint once again, this time on a larger canvas, but still with only 20 minutes on the clock. Moving forward from round number 1 is M. Orade, who did the incredible night landscape with all entirely finger painting and was so thrilling to watch. Also, newcomer Ryan, aka Raw, who did the really impressive, super stylized cartoon hand, giving us the middle finger. And moving on from round number 2, we have Delana Halliday, who had the spectacular watercolor performance and is also joining us at the Art Battle easel for the first time, and now will be painting for a second time in the final. And finally, but not last, we have Nachicate Mayek, who is the artist who painted that just wonderful figurative painting with such gorgeous ethereal energy of the figure throwing their head back, and just really feeling that celebration. So we really cannot wait to see these guys paint again. We will be back for round number 3 in just a few minutes. Our artists are elated hearing their names being announced as winning artists moving on to the finals, and once they get over that elation, they run over to the paint stage and set their palettes and get ready to paint again. So we will be back for round number 3 in just a few minutes.
All right, folks, here we are, here we go. It is now the final round of Art Battle Tacoma. I just want to say again, thank you all so much for being here. This has just been the most fabulous event. I hope you've had so much fun watching all this art. Artists, I hope you've had so much fun. And if anybody here is thinking, hey, I think I could do that, you go to artbattle.com, you register as an artist, you can go to YouWin Productions, that's UYOUWEN Productions. On there you can also sign up to be a volunteer or an artist or both. We are always looking for more people and to expand our community. But without further ado, are we ready to do the do and get it done? Let's do it. All right, round number 3, the final round. We have M at easel number 1. We have Ryan at easel number 2. We have Delana at easel number 3. And finally, we have Nachicate at easel number 4. These artists will have 20 minutes to paint this much larger canvas. I know that doesn't seem like much, but it really is. Unless you're looking at that like, holy moly, that's a big canvas. It really is. So, this round is going to fly by just like all the rest of them, and it's going to be amazing. Are we ready? Are we excited about it? Are we ready, artists? Do I need to give you another minute to take a deep breath? What was that? All right. Let's get everybody in. Let's get everybody nice and close. Let's get the artists nice and cozy with their little pigs in a blanket thing going on. Also, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we did receive a complaint. Brandon's neck is sore, so we will be going clockwise this time. Brandon is going to need to see the chiropractor on Monday, so we will be doing a slow tornado clockwise this time. Let's switch it up, right? Get a little bit of that brain switch going on. All right, are we ready to go? Artists, you're ready? All right, audience, you know the drill. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's paint!
All right, here we are in our final round of Art Battle in Tacoma. We have 20 minutes officially on the clock for our final round with our top 4 artists. From round number 1, we have M. Oraday and Raw. And from round number 2, the artists that moved forward were Delona Halliday and Nachikhet Naeth.
All right, this is going to be awesome. I wanted to see these painters paint again. It's going to be really thrilling because all 4 of them are totally going for it.
It's so satisfying when the artists that you want to go to the final actually go. And it's hard when you have only one vote to vote for your favorite artist, but you might have wanted to see somebody else also join them. So like when you have your top 4, there's something that's magical about that.
Yes, absolutely. And they just, all 4 have to be commended so highly for being able to perform a second piece in the same evening. Just quite amazing. And here we are with Delona, and indeed, there is more watercolor paper being stapled and taped to the canvas.
Yes, we were wondering about that because Delona obviously so carefully planned her first round piece and stapling the watercolor paper to the previous canvas. We were wondering whether or not she was going to have more paper with her and if it was going to be the appropriate size. And here she is, confident that she would get into the final.
A lot of confidence, a lot of planning. Delona has been waiting for her moment, and her moment is now. I can't wait to see what he creates here. His first piece was just so striking.
Oh, me too. Chris, you cut out for a second there, so maybe you want to exit and come back in.
All right. Should I do that now? Oh.
And we're getting this, again, this very careful, considered, fine brushwork from Nachikhet in the face of our figure. And once again, he's choosing to go fairly small in the actual scale of the figure comparatively to the size of the canvas. Here we are with M, and they are just so far along already, just completely having covered the canvas in this gray tone. And we can see the M is just really getting in there with paint all over their hands, also loading up their hands with water to create a wash effect as well and get some more slip with that color.
Just amazing. So much coverage, such a plan ready to go here.
Here we are with Raw.
All right, and what are we going to see from Raw this time?
I don't know, but I'm excited about it. I feel like I'm seeing the impression maybe of a profile portrait. That could just be me with my hopes, being that I love profile portraits so much.
Yeah, it could be. He's holding a small piece of paper. I don't know if it's a reference, but he is looking down at it.
Something that I'm really enjoying about this vinyl in particular is that it's even in terms of experienced art battle artists and newbies. We have half and half.
That is really exciting. You know, every art battle event is its own living thing. It's its own tournament, has its own story, its own dynamic, and tonight is no different. So here we have some veterans and some new painters, and they're all trying to achieve the same thing here in just 20 minutes. And I must say that our MC has done a fantastic job at getting the audience to circle the painters in that magical way.
Yes, Janae Velasco, a recent Art Battle Portland winner, has been our MC tonight and has just done such a fantastic job of helping us to connect with these artists as well.
Yeah, really great. Love to see somebody take on multiple roles. I'd love to see, you know, painters getting involved in art battle in other ways. That's how we stay so strong with so many good people around. These painters are really going for it here. Delona was really painting hard.
Over with Nachikhet here, and I'm really loving the way that he approaches building his pieces. Because usually you would think with doing a figure, especially a figure of this size that's smaller within the composition, that he would kind of draw the general body all at once. but he's really taking different components and honing them almost to completion and then moving on to the next piece almost as if it's a puzzle.
You know, it is like would be an excellent example of one of the multitude of ways that you can go about creating an art battle painting. Love to see his process from beginning to end, and to be able to show that around as sort of uh, a thing that you can do. We call it the Natchiket technique.
The Natchiket technique. Respect. I love that. Here we are with M, and we now have the establishment of this kind of gorge landscape going on.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. These are big canvases.
These are huge canvases, and I appreciate the scale of the canvas, especially with the way that M paints, because they're so physical with the hand painting and the finger painting. And it really enhances the engagement of the performance for me.
And you nailed it. This is a profile portrait.
Yes. I like to think that I have pretty good art battle predictive abilities by this time.
Practice makes perfect, for sure.
This is an interesting technique as well, with having covered the canvas with this kind of glowing, vibrant, saturated orange, and then going over top of it with white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. A little bit of reverse-orama here, and so well done. This is turning out so nice, and with so much time left on the clock, it's only going to get better.
And Ra is really showing us his range of ability here, being that at this point, stylistically, this is so different from his first round qualifying piece.
Total strength move there from Ra. The audience loves to see that, and he is going to get a lot of attention in the voting for people who are appreciative of his the breadth of his abilities.
Back with Delana here, and breaking out the spray bottle.
Breaking out the spray bottle. Now, she had definitely practiced the first piece, but I feel like maybe she's flying here on this one.
You're feeling the freestyling action?
I am, yeah.
I'm super excited about how these tape lines are going to be revealed at the end, and the careful skill that it's going to take to remove tape from super wet paper.
If that happens, I hope we see it for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some material challenges here, I think.
This is looking great.
And again, Natchiket it's feeling to me like he's chosen these kind of triumphant private moments.
Yeah.
There's definitely a really unique energy to the pair of paintings that he's chosen tonight.
Absolutely. And so practiced on getting the hair in there. Just the confidence and the way with which he did the outline. That he is bringing some of his well-honed skills to the easel tonight.
Definitely. And there's so much movement and dynamic elements within both of these pieces, but particularly in this piece, we have movement in the hair, we have movement in the body, we have movement in the clothing.
Look at the evolution in this piece just since we've been around the easels. So good.
I love watching M mixing color in one palm and then picking it up with their fingers on the other hand.
All right,
It's so
painters,
cool.
you have been painting for 11 minutes and 19 seconds. That means you have that minus 20 minutes left. So it's probably around, like, I don't know, 9.5 minutes, if my math is correct. You're somewhere around the less than 10-minute mark. So continue on. These paintings are developing at such a nice
And
rate.
we are
Oh,
just
geez.
over
Look at the artist
halfway
painting.
through
Isn't that the most
our
fantastic thing
final
you've ever
round as
seen?
well.
Seriously. So don't forget to bid on these
Yeah,
paintings.
I'm
Take
really in
some
awe of M here.
You
They
support
are
Art Battle. You support the
really
arts. You
putting on a
support
clinic
in our
as
communities when you
to the
realize
level
that
of
each and every one of you
sophistication that you can
for
get
it.
with
Your slow
finger painting.
tornado is looking fantastic, Brandon. I hope your neck is feeling a
Yeah,
lot better.
it's really, really impressive. There's
Just under 8 minutes left.
such painterly texture, but also refinement at the same time.
Hmm.
Wow, this is totally coming in a different direction from his first round qualifying piece. But I feel like we're starting to see a little bit of a callback with the darker line work being put in here now.
Hmm. Yeah, the the hair right now, uh, I think needs a little work. Um, it's been sort of gesturally put in there, but um, yeah, this is what we're getting right now. Yeah, I could see that he was going to do that.
I like the loose zigzags that he's doing over top of it as well.
Hmm.
So back with Delona, and we have missed the tape pull, unfortunately, I think, but we can see the super crisp void that tape has created.
Yeah, it looks like it went well, and we're seeing now this composition is not as striking as her first one was. So we'll be interested to see if she brings a little more color and contrast in here in her remaining time.
Yeah, I would love to see a hit of contrast. Her first round qualifying piece had such a concentration of vibrancy and then that contrast of the black. I would love to see a hit of some black in that piece.
Yeah, for sure.
So we now have the addition of this kind of purpley lilac color from Natchigat.
Yeah, I'm wondering how solid he's going to make that. I'm hoping that he is able to really fill it in there, but we'll see as the time goes by what he's able to do.
And we're now getting some swipes of this blue color, adding a little bit more depth into the background.
Yeah, that's nice. Backgrounds are tricky, and putting the background in after the figure is always very tricky. Oh, look at this. This is so nice. I'm loving the green and the water.
Yeah, the addition of that hit of saturation there amongst an otherwise fairly somber color palette really brings almost like a ray of hope into this piece.
Yeah, this is a stunning piece for sure. I'm going to bid on this piece right now.
That's quite the Art Battle pedigree for M to have our Art Battle co-founder Chris bidding on both of their pieces. Pretty cool.
It's just such an incredible piece. Would look great hanging anywhere for sure. Here,
It
I'm bidding
is
on it right now.
undeniable. Oh, look at this cool shot that we just got. It was our camera person panning up to the window and the reflection.
I'm loving the vibe in there now. They got the lights off and just rocking by the easel lights, looking really cool.
So now we're getting some typography added into our portrait as well. We've got a neck tattoo that says hood on it.
Yeah, that's a nice piece too. These are all nice pieces. These large canvases would be a great center point piece in any living room for sure.
Definitely an intense final round. Tough competition tonight in Tacoma.
Absolutely. Shout out to the organizers, Dave and Susanna, for putting together such a high caliber event.
Absolutely. They sure know how to curate an art battle lineup, and are also taking applications actively now for upcoming events. So if you're an artist watching the stream and you're getting your fingers are itching and you want to step up to the easel too, head over to artbattle.com/artists, because we would love to see your work and we would love to see you painting perhaps next month on the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we get many applications all the time, so we love meeting new people, and we've got so many events coming up on a monthly and bi-monthly basis in different cities. It's always amazing to meet more.
We've got such a beautiful, subtle horizon line with that green in the background. It's really just the impression of trees. Oh, pretty fun with the addition of our umbrella that's just been tossed aside.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
Folks, get ready. Start thinking about
pretty
your
cool
favorite.
for
Is it
sure.
gonna be the moody land?
And
Is
the
it
way
gonna
that
be
the
this amazing
rain
sunrise?
is coming down to the directionality there. We've got just about 30 seconds remaining on the clock. And our artists are just adding in those final touches. Looks like Raw has finished.
All right, here we go, audience. You know the drill. 10, 9,
Yeah, I think he's
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. Amazing, absolutely stunning and marvelous. Artists, go ahead and sign your paintings. What a feat. 20 minutes goes by so fast. And everybody else, get your votes in, get them in quick. This voting will close very soon, sooner rather than later. So get those votes in so we can crown our winner of this year's Art Battle Tacoma. This is the last call for alcohol. There's other lyrics to that song, and now they're not coming to my brain. So, last call for alcohol. Something about whiskey and beer? I don't know. Something like that. Don't forget to bid on these paintings. The voting and the bidding will close very soon. I believe the bidding may stay open a little longer than the voting, but get those bids in. You can take these paintings home with you tonight. Very briefly, I'd like to thank everybody that made tonight possible. We've got everybody that volunteered. We've got Sandy, Jody, Javi, Echo, Savannah, Chris, and Bernadette. We've got Ashley, Crystal, Gina, me, of course. We've got introverted DJ. Let's give her another round of applause, shall we? We've got Michael and Darren, and of course, we have Dave and Susanna, the runners of this art battle. Without them, none of this would be possible. Let's hear it, a round of applause for everybody that volunteered tonight. Thank you so much, artists, for participating. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Don't go anywhere because we will be crowning the winner very soon. Get your votes in, get your bids in. Let's do it. All right. I know a secret. I know a secret that nobody else knows. I'm sure everybody's curious. Let's get all the artists out here. Let's see who's left. Come on out, come on out. In the meantime, I will let you know that we have other art battles coming up. On June 10th, we have our art battle in Seattle. And on June 18th, we have Maker Days, which is a free event. It is all ages, and it's on Father's Day. It's a whole event. If you've never been, it's absolutely phenomenal. You should definitely check it out. Art Battle will be on the stage, having a whole production. Maker Days, June 18th, and Art Battle Seattle will be on June 10th. We appreciate your attendance. All right. If you've posted on social media, we appreciate you. Don't forget to hashtag Art Battle, hashtag Art Battle Tacoma. You can tag us at Art Battle Tacoma on Instagram, on Facebook. We're all over the place, and we're here for it. All right. We have everybody out here. We have everybody out here. Wonderful. Are we ready to hear the winner of Art Battle Tacoma? They will win a fancy $100 and a seat in the Northwest Regional Championships at the end of the season. Are we ready? The anticipation. The winner of tonight's Art Battle Tacoma is M! Congratulations! This is for you. So tell us, did you have anything that that you had in your heart that you came with? What was your technique? Tell us a little about what caused you to win tonight. What do you think?
I really think it has to do with the finger painting. I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
The finger painting, absolutely, full of emotion. I tell you, as soon as I started with the gray, I was just like, ooh, I feel it in my heart. Well, congratulations. You have earned a seat in the Northwest Regional Finals. Amazing job tonight. Thank you all so much. A round of applause for M, our champion. Thank you again for coming. Thank you for being part of this with us. Thank you for fostering art in this community. We love you all. We appreciate you. Don't forget, the bidding is still open, but will close very soon. So get those bids in. Once you've won the bid, see the front desk, and they will get you your painting. Thank you again. We'll see you next time in June 10th, Art Battle Seattle, June 18th, Maker Days. We'll see you next.